WWE are reportedly frustrated with TV censorship. We've got an update on the Vince McMahon federal investigation, and an ex-WWE star has officially been removed from the roster. Stay tuned, it's time for the news. So if you caught SmackDown, you will have seen not a lot, because there was a fair bit of censorship on Friday Night SmackDown last week, especially during the match between Logan Paul, LA Knight, and Santos Escobar to qualify for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Elsewhere on the show, screen cut to black during Nia Jax's entrance. It looked like a kid was flipping around. We've got to be careful as well. A child flipping the bird in the audience. And WWE are reportedly a little bit frustrated by this. A report from Fightful Select revealing that frustration from WWE sources is very much there. Saying one source to them, WWE talent, who was reportedly not at SmackDown, but I guess watching on the telly, said, "I understand censoring F the Pacers, but it feels like every segment is edited and it makes us look like it's our production." They're a little bit worried about the sort of perception of WWE and fans thinking, hey, it's WWE doing this. It's not. It's very much the network. In an update from Figure 4 Wrestling Online, Meltzer reporting that Fox has decided to crack down on anything deemed offensive, whether it be fan chants, signs, or whatever. What do you make of this?
Oh, it feels a bit of a pain, doesn't it, at this point? Because again, WWE, we've said it many times, is on a hot streak right now. And I feel like that hot streak, in some regards, is related to the fact that they've kind of felt like they've been able to let loose a little bit with
bit edgier
things.
than it was, yeah.
Yeah. So to finally sort of start taking little bits here and there away, it breaks up the flow of the show a little bit. Does. I feel like, and that sucks a lot. And I guess it kind of just gives you, if WWE are, frustrated about it, it gives you a bit of an incentive, I feel like, to where they're looking to take their product next.
Agreed.
And I imagine when we get to Netflix, these things won't be much of an issue, if an issue at all.
USA Network, where SmackDown is heading on September the 13th. Historically at least, they're a lot cooler with this stuff happening, so you'd hope you wouldn't see it so much there, but certainly with Raw, anything could happen on Netflix. I'm really, really excited to see, where is the line?
Yeah.
Where is the line? So we'll keep you updated on that. It's an interesting one, but it's bothering WWE right now, but there's only a few more months before they head off somewhere else. We talked about it a little bit there, that triple threat match. We saw the appearances of Brunson and Halliburton. So Indiana Pacers star, I don't know what I'm talking about here, right? Indiana's Pacers all-star guard, Tyrese Halliburton, escorting Logan Paul to the ring, tried to give him his brass knucks until the New York Knicks all-star guard, Jalen Brunson, stopped him. Good work, lads, which led to those flip the Pacers chants. Sean Ross sat with a quick note on this, saying WWE sources told Fightful Select that they are hoping to have Brunson and Halliburton make more appearances in the future. So if you're a fan of either of those particular men, and I assume you can't be a fan of both, but you probably like one more than the other, but it looks like they're building to something and they want them on telly a little bit more. Make of that what you will. Sticking with SmackDown, WWE are said to be over the moon with the reception to SmackDown. Despite all the censorship, they're chuffed, according to a report once again from Fightful Select. Oro Mensah, Elektra Lopez, Tegan Knox, Cedric Alexander, all backstage at the show. Despite that, they weren't used. But with regard to how they felt about it, the quote here is that they were over the moon with the reception, and there were 16,901 tickets distributed for the event, which was just shy of a sellout. Nice. In MSG, they had the smallest set and everything. I thought it was a really, really good show despite the censorship. Loads and loads happening. We haven't been able to talk about this because Sam and Fraser did the news. But I think that's one of Paul Heyman's best performances ever. It's the little things that he absolutely nails. I've watched it back 3 or 4 times. And the fact that, when he's with Roman Reigns, he slaps on a bit of fake tan, he dyes his hair proper, and then when it's all starting to fall apart, he grows the beard out. You've just got that, that 5 o'clock shadow, and he stops dyeing his hair. It seems daft for me to say, hey, Paul Heyman gets it. He's been doing it long enough. Of course he gets it. But what a performance it was. It was so good. And I can't wait to see where it goes. The thing that I keep thinking about is The pop when Roman Reigns comes back is going to be one of the biggest pops in history.
Yep.
I'm picturing how it's going to play out. Is he going to have his new, that isn't that new anymore, new music? Is he going to have the old Shield music? I'm desperate for him to come back. And it's WWE's doing. He's not even been on screen.
No.
He left as a heel.
Yes.
And now he's a babyface, despite the fact that he's not been there.
That's crazy,
and I
isn't
miss
it?
him so much.
Yeah.
Pathetic, isn't it?
No, it's not pathetic because we're just excited to see the next progression of his character because he was doing such good work as a heel. That's where he's done the best work of his career right there. So to see what happens next is just intriguing, isn't it? And I think Paul Heyman has done a fantastic job in selling us on this new bloodline as well. I think he's been so perfect because to begin with, I think a lot of us didn't really feel it. And now I'm buzzing for it.
They feel proper threatening. With the additions that they've made in recent weeks and months. They feel like if we do get War Games, Roman and Pals versus the new bloodline, it's going to be absolutely epic.
It's going to be good.
I miss you, Roman. Anyway, a quick update on the Vince McMahon federal investigation now from Fightful Select, saying people in WWE are not nearly as concerned about the company personally. They expect things to be found about Vince McMahon and John Laurinaitis, talking about that investigation, which is ongoing. The civil suit has been paused at the moment, as you'll know. That's just the long and short of it. From a talent standpoint, everybody feels rid of those two guys. There was a false sense of security a few years ago, but now it has been reiterated internally that there is no longer an association there. This follows reports that Vince isn't even allowed in WWE HQ. He can't go to his custom-built gym and all that while this investigation is ongoing. And the big takeaway there is that people within WWE do expect things to be found about Vince McMahon and John Laurinaitis in that ongoing investigation. It's the sort of thing that's going to take a long, long time for the findings to be revealed, but we will, of course, keep you updated there. But it sounds like WWE Backstage is a lot happier.
Good.
A way better place. And
feels like it.
It comes across on screen, doesn't it?
Exactly, yeah.
You can
It
tell.
really does.
People are having more fun.
Yep.
People are just enjoying themselves more, and I think you can tell as a fan. Ricochet recently departing the company. That's now official. WWE have moved Ricochet from the active superstars thing over the weekend to the alumni section. It was reported early in June that he'd given his notice to WWE, wouldn't be remaining in the company. He was then written off by Bron Breakker, and now it looks like he's properly gone. Things can change and everything, but just based on WWE now moving into the alumni section, it looks like he's not going to be back, as some fans have been speculating that he may be.
I would have liked that. I would have liked that one more. I really just wanted to see like a big old triple threat match between Braun, Ricochet, and Ilya Dragunov. But do you know what? I think if the way that Ricochet goes out is the way that Ricochet goes out, he put over someone in Bron Breakker. You know, Ricochet's been doing the wrestling thing for quite a while, Bron Breakker not as long, and I think that's quite a nice thing for Ricochet to do, quite selfless if that is the final thing that he does.
Really, it's what you should do, isn't it? You go out on your back, you make somebody else, an up-and-comer, look good, and I think he did a really good job in that regard. To me, there's more tantalizing prospects for Ricochet outside of WWE. I feel like they did sort of drop the ball with him a bit. I know he's like not the best talker in the world, but the guy is like a real-life superhero. The stuff that he can do, and Will Ospreay's obviously been teasing him arriving in AEW. I think that's probably where he'll end up.
So,
Will he get lost in the shuffle there? Who knows? Will it light a fire under him and like make it like proper, you know what I mean. We'll see on that one. And we're going to finish off with a new match that's been added to Monday Night Raw, tonight's episode of Raw. This was a match that was cancelled. It was scrapped a few weeks ago. It might have even been last week. It was recently scrapped. Karrion Kross is going to go one-on-one with Xavier Woods on tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw. I'm really enjoying the sort of the New Day stuff that's playing out on our screens, not really knowing where it's going, if they are going to break up, go and do some single stuff. Xavier Woods, for the longest time, has obviously said, my dream was to win King of the Ring, right? He's done it. In a recent interview, he's like, I quite fancy some singles gold now.
I like it. I love it because it's just it is so subtle, isn't it? It's like the little things where Kofi will just like interrupt Xavier like mid-sentence to start talking to Karrion Kross or something. But it's like the little things that Xavier Woods does where you can see he's frustrated, but it's not like, oh, like Kevin and Perry, yeah, oh, that's not fair, like that kind of thing. It is much more subtle, and I like that a lot about it.
I noticed on that one a couple of weeks ago that the name slate said Kofi Kingston with Xavier Woods rather than the New Day.
Isn't it?
It is the little things, isn't it? We pick
good.
up on them. What else is on tonight's Raw, Andrew?
Also on tonight's Raw, my goodness gracious me, it's a biggie. We've got Drew McIntyre. He's going to face Sheamus and Ilya Dragunov to qualify for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, while Dakota Kai will battle Ivy Nile and Zoe Stark to qualify for the women's Money in the Bank ladder match.
We've also got Liv Morgan defending the World Championship against Zelina Vega, and Mysterio taking on Dominic Mysterio in a WrestleMania 39 rematch. Goodness gracious, you'll have to tune in, and hopefully nobody's effing and jeffing. It's all right, it's on Raw, you're allowed. Thank you very much. Stay tuned for the latest wrestling news here on Cultaholic Wrestling. We've got What Happened That. If you missed last night's pay-per-view, it's well worth a watch. Jack the Jobber will tell you everything you need to know about that show, and you can catch the latest wrestling news as well at cultaholic.com. Stay safe. Love you. Bye. Why did I say that? That's Tom's thing.
No,
I'm crap at outros.
That was good.
See you.
Bye.